There's no fancy or fluffy intro in this video. I want to cut straight to the point with you. There are 3 things that you get to do to affect and change your pricing strategy to reflect your true costs. Let's get started. Step number 1, calculate all your costs, even the ones that you tend to forget about. All right. Most people only factor in the direct costs like material, labor, overhead. But what about your taxes, credit card processing fees, time spent on admin work, equipment wear and tear, cost of insurance, all those little things that add up. If you're not tracking these, your pricing is already flawed. So make sure that you list out every hidden cost that could potentially go into your pricing strategy. If you're unsure what those hidden costs are for you, take a look at your profit and loss statement. It should be updated and it should have those line items broken out for you. Step number 2, add a profit margin that reflects your business goals. Your profit shouldn't just be a random percentage. It should be based off of what you need to grow compared to what the rest of your industry is doing. Low margin pricing is actually just survival mode. You're desperate to get every project out there simply because you feel like you need to make ends meet. But what you don't realize that that's doing is that you're solving a long-term problem with a short-term solution. You're not going to get off of that hamster wheel. You're always going to be stuck until you have a high margin pricing strategy, which allows you to have some wiggle room for sustainable growth. A common mistake to avoid: don't just copy your competitors' rates or prices. They actually might be underpricing themselves too. So it's important for you to compare your pricing to them, but don't take your competitors' pricing as gospel. And then step number 3, test and adjust based off of your value perception. Your price isn't just a number, it's a signal. If customers hesitate, it's not always because it's too high. It might just be because they don't see the value, honestly. So instead of lowering your price, improve how you can communicate the benefits, package your offer better, add guarantees, or simply just highlight the results more. Add in some more testimonials. I'm going to give you a bonus step here. Use psychological pricing to your advantage. There's a reason why stores price at $49.99 rather than just $50. It works. Try different pricing strategies to see if it allows you to close that deal at a higher rate than you typically would. So tactics to consider in this: do some charm pricing, end in 0.99 or 0.95. We've created a custom calculator for a couple of our clients, and it bakes in all of those costs as well as their profit margin. And sometimes the number that it'll spit out is random, something like $13,896.53. And you know what? That's what they send because it is so specific. It's not like they're just saying, oh, $14,000. Their end consumer doesn't feel like they're just pulling a number out of thin air. Instead, they know that it is really specific. It's intentional. There's a reason behind that number. And so it's okay to send a bid or project or quote for something that's very specific. Second thing that you can do to consider is bundling your products or services. See if there's a way to make some additional revenue simply by upselling something else, or if it doesn't cost you much more to add in a freebie, do that. And lastly, have some tiered pricing in order to anchor your value. The tiered pricing strategy is really going to depend on your industry. And so make sure that the tiered pricing strategy makes sense for your business. Now you know how to optimize your pricing. The next question is, how do you actually track which jobs or services are bringing in the most profit though? Here's the thing, not all revenue is good revenue. I would much rather you chase profit than revenue. And some jobs might just be keeping you busy, but not actually making you money. And you won't know unless you track it. So in the next video, we're going to show you exactly how to track your most profitable jobs and services, so that way you can stop guessing and start scaling. We'll see you next week.